In a little late today, just a little behind schedule. Sorry, I had to run to the bank and handle some business this morning. But we're here nonetheless. This is a very quick request. Child of God, I'm gonna let you up. Child of God, how are you? Hold on one second.
Everything is really getting more expensive.
Chapter.
Sorry. One second, YouTube had, every morning I have to reboot it here. Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. Child of God, you there?
Hello? Oh, yeah, no, I'm still here.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So I don't want to assume or anything, but 100% if you are Christian men, congratulations on the work you're doing, 100%. But if you could say a prayer for everyone in the live today, could you recite Psalms 1?
Can I recite Psalms 1?
Yeah, just for a prayer for everyone in the live that joins today.
Sure. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standing in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and the law doth he meditate day and night, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth fruit in his season, his leaf, and he also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. God bless.
100%, man. You have a great day, and God bless.
God bless you. I'm the pagan. Here's the topic for today. Let's see who's the pagan. Does Islam believe in the prophets? Does Islam believe in the prophets? Like and share the live when you come in, guys, please, if you don't mind. Let's see how today goes. Say your name for me. I don't want to mispronounce it, my brother.
Sajjad.
Sajjad?
Yeah, Sajjad.
All right, brother. What you got for me?
Grandson of Prophet Muhammad.
Huh?
Great grandson of Prophet Muhammad. Sajjad.
You okay? Are you the great grandson of Muhammad?
No, my name.
Your name. That's your name means. All right, cool. All right, you want to answer the question, man? Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yes, of course it does.
Do you have any writings of any of the prophets other than Muhammad?
Yes.
What other?
You say something?
Yeah. Do you have any prophets? Do you have any writings of prophets other than Muhammad?
Yes, of course we does.
Like who?
We have prophets. Listen.
Okay.
In Quran, there is 28 prophets.
I'm asking, but do you have? Quran. Yeah. So, but how do you know what those prophets taught?
How do we know that those prophets exist?
No, not that they exist. How do you know what they taught? Like, so for example, how do you know what Abraham taught? Do you have a book that Abraham wrote?
Well, most of the prophets are from the Levant.
Yeah.
Or Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And some of them is one of them is from Sri Lanka. I don't remember his name.
You have a prophet from Sri Lanka?
Yes.
In Islam, you have a prophet from Sri Lanka?
Yes, of course we do.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I mean, but yes.
The point is, do you have writings from any of these prophets?
Right now, I don't remember his name, but there is a prophet which is from Sri Lanka.
I don't know about
and the other prophets, most of them is African. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Like Moses.
Like Moses. All right, cool. Do you have any writings from any of these prophets?
Well, 10 Commandments, like the Torah, Bible.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So the Torah and the Bible are the writings of the prophets that you believe in?
Yes.
All right. So why does the Torah teach?
Maybe some other you
no
know,
problem.
and maybe some other books which is right now
problem.
not exist,
No
or
problem.
it does.
Got you.
We
Why
don't
does
know if.
Okay, so if you believe in the prophets of the Bible prophesied that the Messiah will come and he will die. Why don't you believe that Jesus died if you believe in the prophets?
You know that most of the Bible is scripted.
Well, so you don't believe in the prophets of the Bible. You don't believe in their writings that's in the Bible.
No, I believe, you know, I believe that Messiah or Jesus. You say Jesus, but we call it Messiah, Masih. We believe that he will come back.
No, I'm asking. You don't believe that he died, right? So let me give you let me just give you some examples of all the different prophets. Here's the problem, right? You say you believe in the prophets. You say the Bible is corrupted. Did every single prophet get corrupted or something?
No.
Okay, so let's go through. Hold on.
Listen,
Wait. One second.
Listen,
Right?
bro.
So, do you believe in the prophet Isaiah?
Yes.
The prophet
You
Isaiah.
call it Isaiah.
Yeah.
We call it Isaac.
The prophet Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah, the prophet Isaiah. Hold on one second. The prophet Isaiah predicted that the Messiah would come and he would be led like a lamb to the slaughter, and he would be cut off from the land of the living. Right? Or do you believe in the prophet David?
Yes, we call it Dawood.
Yeah, David prophesied that the Messiah hands and feet would be pierced and that he would divide the garments among them. Or what about, do you believe in the prophet Daniel?
Yes, we call it Daniel.
Yeah, the prophet Daniel says the anointed one will be cut off from the land of the living, right? The prophet Zechariah says the Messiah will be pierced and they will look upon the one who they pierced. The prophet David says again, they gave me poison for food, and my thirst they gave me sour wine to drink. All these are different prophecies of the Messiah from multiple prophets. There's 5 prophets I just named that prophesied that the Messiah will come and be pierced, be crucified, and die and raise back up. Why do you believe something different than the vast majority of prophets?
Listen, bro. What you're saying is that I guess I understand your what you said before. You said that where are the most of prophets come from? You know, we don't have exact knowledge that we are. I mean, there is 100 and I don't know how much there is a prophet, but there's a lot of them. So most of them we don't know. Actually.
No, I'm asking. Yeah, but of the ones that we do know, you disagree with most of them. Of the writings that we have,
I don't disagree with any of them.
You disagree. Hold on, really quick. You disagree with Zechariah because Zechariah said the Messiah will come and he will be pierced. You disagree with Isaiah because Isaiah says the Messiah would.
Where did you get this source from? Listen, where did you get this source from?
Yeah, the Bible. You said the prophets' writings are in the Bible.
You know, bro. Bible. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Bible was written 200 years later after Jesus.
No. So we have. Hold on one second.
Yes, true or not? Bible was written 200 years later.
No. That's not the verses I'm reading. I'm reading from the prophets. The prophets are all written before Jesus Christ. Some 700 years, some 900 years, some 1,000 years. Now, if you're talking about the New Testament, you can make the argument the earliest manuscripts we have are 200 years later. But as far as the prophets are concerned, no, I'm reading from the Old Testament, the people who existed before Jesus. So no, the Bible wasn't written after Jesus. Not true. No, I'm reading from the prophets: Daniel, Zechariah, Isaiah. All these people come before Jesus, not after. And we have extinct copies. So we have the Dead Sea Scrolls. We have physical copies of these books.
So I have a question from you.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Prophet Muhammad was the last messenger of God?
I don't believe Prophet Muhammad is a prophet at all because he goes against all the other prophets.
Nope, he doesn't.
He does. Nope. I just read it to you. So
exactly.
I just read to
when
you.
He went to the next to that.
Watch it here. Watch it here. I don't think he could comprehend quite well enough to have the conversation. He just nope. So we're gonna try to get another one. That wasn't gonna work very well, to be honest with you. That wasn't gonna work great. So there's no point in you coming up, man. Watch your head, boss. There's no point. I'm not gonna bring you up. There's no point in me bringing you up. You can't have the conversation. You're just gonna yell. Nope. You can't comprehend. No disrespect. Khalid, how are you?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with denominations, girl. If you got a question, you can come up. All right. Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yeah.
The prophets of the Bible?
Yeah. Let's start with Adam up to like Malachi and all that.
No problem.
All the
Why
Old
does
Testament.
okay, so why does every prophet, or let's start with 5. Why can I name 5 prophets that disagree with the Islamic context?
You need to demonstrate that.
Okay, I can demonstrate it. Here you go. Let's start. So in Islam, you do believe that the Messiah wasn't put on a cross and he wasn't killed, right? Unalive.
Yes, sir. That's generally the belief. Yeah.
So we're gonna go to Isaiah 53 first. That's the first place we're going. It's the prophet Isaiah. All right. And we're
Isaiah 53.
Isaiah 53 in the Bible, yes.
That's going to be an issue for you.
That's fine. You can say it's an issue for me. That's okay. All right. Now it says, surely he has borne our grief and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken and smitten by God and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. He was oppressed, he was afflicted. He was oppressed, he was afflicted. He opened up not his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter. And as a sheep before its shears is silent, he opened out his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. Who will declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was stricken. Why don't you believe the Messiah was cut off from the land of the living?
Yeah, so that's going to be an issue because when we look at other passages of the Messiah, right, the Son of Man and all that, that's going to be an issue for you because this Son of Man is seen to be, for example, not untouchable and all that.
Show me a passage where it says the Son of Man is untouchable when he comes.
Yeah, so we have them, for example, we see with God, for example.
Just give me,
like
I don't, yeah, Daniel what? There you go, give me a
7.
passage. Daniel 7. All right, so let's ask,
So
that's
Daniel
no problem.
2, Daniel 7.
Hold on. So now you want to go to Daniel, right? Now we have to take the entirety of Daniel in context, right? We can't just read one portion of Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Daniel
cool.
7.
We're gonna go to Daniel 7. After I go to Daniel 7 for you, we're gonna go to Daniel 9. Okay, you okay with that?
I got you, man.
What verse in Daniel 7 would you like to read?
The whole thing.
I'm not gonna sit here and read the whole chapter. It's 30 verses. You gotta give me a verse in Daniel 7.
Yeah, I'll give you the verses.
Thanks. All the prophets were sinners. Every single one except Christ Jesus. Every single one was a sinner. This is true.
So it's chapter 13, verse up to 4.
1 through 4?
Yeah, verse 13 to 14.
13 to 14. I was watching the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds, and he came with the Ancient of Days, and they brought him before him. Then was given him all dominion and glory and kingdom, that all people and nations and tongues should serve him. And his dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom is the one which will not be destroyed. We agree with this. What does this say that he does? What does it say it couldn't be touched? You said it says it can be touched.
Do you want to early Jewish exegetes before Jesus on this?
Yeah, no, yeah. We can get it. Which one do you want? Which Targum would you like? Targum Jonathan, Targum, who you want?
Yeah, I'll give you. Let's see.
Which Targum? It's only a Targum, so you have to give me a Targum. That's the only.
Yeah, but are you aware of Philo of Alexandria?
Who?
Philo of Alexandria.
Philo of Alexandria, what, the church father?
No, he's an early Jew.
Let's see. I gotta
who
find
lived
him.
in the Second Temple.
Philo of Alexandria. Yeah, okay. What do you have from Philo of Alexandria? Let's see.
Yeah, so in one of his books, right? I
don't trust you. I don't trust you. You need to give me the name of the book.
You don't trust me. I got you,
You
bro.
gotta give me the name of the book, and we'll go take a look at it. I have his library pulled up, so just give me the name of the book and we'll take a look. God bless you, sister.
I don't have much work, so we'll go for the Targum of Jonathan.
No problem. All right, you want to go Targum Jonathan now?
We can do that.
All right. Now, what you gonna try to prove to me? This verse is about the Messiah?
Yeah, I'll agree. This is about the Messiah.
Yeah, I agree. I already agree. This verse is about the Messiah. What do you want to show me in Targum Jonathan?
So the issue will come, right, is that we have exegetes,
yes,
such as the Targum Jonathan.
Yes.
The issue will come is that when you read these verses, you agree this is about the Messiah, right?
Yes, it's about the Messiah.
If let's say that let's let's just be rational. If this is talking about the Messiah, and when we check in Isaiah 53, how will that will clash?
It
That
won't clash.
work
I'll
then.
tell you why it won't clash. You haven't studied enough Jewish history. You haven't studied enough Jewish sources. How many messiahs do the Jews believe in?
Two messiahs.
They believe in two messiahs. The first messiah is the what messiah? They have a specific name for
Yeah,
him.
the Messiah, the Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben Yosef.
Now, is Mashiach ben Yosef, is that the one that's going to come with the clouds that we just read in Daniel 7?
No.
No. So it doesn't collide at all, and you know this. You just thought I didn't know it, huh? It doesn't collide at all, right? Because there are two different messiahs, even in the Jewish context. In early Jewish context,
you agree there's two Mashiach? Two messiahs?
There's two comings of the Messiah. It's two comings. This is Messiah ben David that you're reading now, second coming. We would agree. The verse I read is Messiah ben Yosef, the first coming. This is why if we go to Daniel 9, just go 2 verses later. Do me a favor. You should study the scriptures before you come and try to speak them.
Come on, man.
Go to Daniel.
Hallelujah.
Go to Daniel 9, verse 26, and read it for me.
I can't do it, nigger.
Okay, God bless you. There you go, guys. He gets beat. Good Muslim. I want to show you. This is why I do this, to show you guys Islam. Good Muslim gets spanked upside the head like a little baby. We spank him like a child, and then he calls me a racial slur and drops. That is Islam for you guys. That's Islam. Islam is you get spanked, and then you call me a racial slur and drop. That is Islam. What's your name, boss man?
Hi, brother.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
First of all, I want to mention that guy was a disgusting person
God bless.
using that N-word towards you. He doesn't represent me. First of all.
Definitely not. He's
First of all, brother.
He is a representation
No,
of
it
himself.
hurt me, and I do not want to. I do not want to hear things like that, because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says that you're all the same. You're Muslim. We stand shoulder by shoulder with every human being.
All right.
First of all, that guy was disgusting. Anyway,
I appreciate that.
brother, brother, if you agree, we put all the books aside and we talk one-to-one vis-a-vis with you. I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah,
Okay.
and you're a Christian, brother.
Yeah.
I have a question from you,
Yeah.
if you do not mind.
It
I'm
depends.
saying that, you believe that Jesus Christ, peace and blessing upon him, is God, right?
I do. Yes.
Okay, you do.
Yeah.
And you believe in triune God, right?
I do. Yes.
You do, right? You do believe, obviously, that Jesus Christ, peace and blessing upon him, he died on the cross.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that he saves us because he died on the cross, right?
Yes.
All right. Excuse me. So you're obviously believing that God, an alive God, by his creation, to save his creation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And God asks for help, and God doesn't help on the cross, right?
No, it's not true.
Okay. And he is eternal, but he was born on 25th December or 7th of January, depends on the sect.
Yeah. So what we believe is
So
that
which one
Christ
is which now?
Yeah, Christ exists before his incarnation. So we have already Christ in the Old Testament before he ever incarnates in earth. All right, so just because he
Books aside,
yeah,
we
just
just
because
use our rationality.
Okay, all right. God bless, man. Watch your head.
All right.
Watch your head. He thought he had something or something. I don't know what's wrong with the guy. He thought he had something. Not really understanding. What's up, boss? How you doing? What's your name?
Hello?
What's your name?
I thought my name, Bentayga. I thought you were still speaking with this guy. Why did you kick him?
Bentayga, it's not worth the conversation. He didn't want to talk about the Bible. I can't explain Christ to him without the Bible. Doesn't make any sense, right? If you want to know about my religion is based in the scriptures. So if you every time I
Doesn't
bring up
make
a
sense,
scripture,
brother.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
say
what-
no scripture, I'm not gonna talk to
What you want to talk about?
Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yes, of course.
You believe so? How do you know anything about any prophets other than Muhammad? Do you have any writings from any prophets other than Muhammad?
We don't need to. We just need what Allah gave to us.
I got
And
it.
we
So
don't believe in your
precisely.
Wait,
So
1 second.
go
We
ahead.
don't. Yeah, please.
Sure.
We don't believe in your twisted narratives of the
No
Prophet
problem.
that they have done some
Yeah.
atrocities
So
and
no
some
problem. No
sins,
problem.
some.
So you don't just point blank period, right? So the only thing that you have, the only prophet you really believe in is Muhammad. You don't know whether you believe in other prophets or not.
He's the seal of the prophets. He's the most important prophet for
No
us. So
problem.
we
Just,
know
once
more
again,
of him than of other prophets.
no. Do you have any writings from any prophets other than Muhammad, even a singular one?
Bro, we got just what Allah has revealed to Muhammad. We don't.
Do you have? Just answer the question. Do you have any prophets from any right? Do you have any writings from any prophets other than Muhammad?
We don't have writings. We have narrations
Do you have narrations that came from
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
through
Jibreel alayhi salam.
to
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi
Muhammad?
wa
So
sallam.
all you have is Muhammad. You don't have anything else.
I thought you said through. To.
Yeah.
Again?
All you have is Muhammad, not anything else, right? You don't have any.
What
So
do you mean?
how do you know that you believe? How do you know what the other prophets taught? You just trust Muhammad?
No, I trust Allah. When Allah says something, it's right.
Yeah,
It's the last
that's a whole nother conversation. Point being, right? You trust what was revealed to Muhammad. I'll say it that way, so we don't have to keep going round and round. in
Yeah,
circles.
I do.
Yeah,
Every single word.
Yeah, perfect. And that's the only thing you need. Nothing else, right?
Yup.
And you believe that you believe in the prophets. You think this is belief?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you don't know what the other prophets taught. How would you know? You don't have any writings from them.
No, why would I care about what some prophets taught? Everything I need to know, Allah gave it in the Quran and through the Sunnah.
Right.
Muhammad sallallahu
God
alaihi
bless.
wasallam.
No problem. So
You're stupid, man.
yeah. Name of the game is you don't. You believe in Muhammad. You don't believe in any prophets other than Muhammad. You only believe in Muhammad. Watch your head. Ali Fiji, what's going on, guys? How you doing, boss?
Yo, what's up, my brother?
How are you? You Muslim, Christian? Rita, sister, how you doing?
Brother, so you Christian, right?
I'm Christian, yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of Christian are you? Like, Trinity, monotheistic? Wait, what is it?
No, there's no non-Trinitarian Christian. It doesn't exist. I want you to answer the question though. Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yeah.
Yes, brother. There is a verse in the Quran. It says, "La nufariqu bayna." So it says like this, right?
Okay.
Amana Rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbihi wa wal mu'minun kullun amana billahi wa malaikatihi wa rusulihi wa kutubihi. So it's basically what I'm trying to say here, right? In this verse, chapter 2:8-6, right? It says, brother, that you believe if you believe in Allah, right?
Yeah.
You have to believe in all the previous prophets and the divine.
How do you know?
The two divine books.
How do you know what the other prophets taught?
So you can refer, right? We can refer to whatever remains.
So you can go to the Torah and the Tanakh, the Injil, to see what other prophets wrote.
Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
We cannot take the actual books of today because it's not the exact Torah and Injil.
Let me ask you a question.
Would you agree with me?
No, I wouldn't agree with you. Why would you believe? So what if I show you? Yeah, what if I show you 5 writings from 5 different prophets and they all disagree with Muhammad? You would say Muhammad is correct and all 5 of the other prophets were wrong. They've been corrupted.
What if I show you 5 prophets that agree with exactly what prophets saying, including Jesus? Would you believe in Islam?
No. Just because someone has one thing that's the right. So Buddha may have something that agrees with Muhammad.
Come on, brother.
God bless you, man. Watch your head, man. All this laughing ain't gonna get it for me. Not gonna get it for me, boy. Watch your head. FXK, how you doing, man?
All right. So how come you believe Jesus is white?
I don't. It's called, do you know what AI is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just type this picture in and AI just makes a picture. So I don't really tell them to fix it based on color. I just say, AI, can you make me a good TikTok background for this topic? And it gives me one back. So I don't really focus on the color.
You accept a picture of a white Jesus, even though the Bible
I don't really care, right? Because it's not like to me, you don't even know whether it's a picture of Jesus or not. It's just a picture, just as the prophets. You're assuming it's Jesus. That could be Obadiah. I mean, you're actually the one assuming that it's Jesus. I didn't say it was Jesus. That could be Obadiah. That could be Zechariah. That could be any prophet. I just said, do you believe in the prophets? Make a background. So if anything, you're the one.
Why did you put it up?
You're the one that's believing. If anything, you're, because I don't care. It's just a background. To me, I'm not trying to teach people the color of Jesus.
Care?
I don't. Can you answer the question, or do you don't want to answer the question? Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yes.
How do you know?
Well, because all the prophets are written of in the Holy Quran.
So can you show me in the Quran where it mentions Isaiah?
Have you read the Holy Quran?
Yeah, I read the Quran. Is Isaiah a prophet?
I don't believe so. I mean, not well. You talked about the. I don't think any of the prophets of the Bible.
Is Jeremiah a prophet?
I don't think any of the prophets of the Bible.
Some of them are
the prophets of the. Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah. So you only believe in the prophets that are written by name in the Quran.
Yeah, the prophets in the Quran. A lot of the prophets in the Quran aren't in the Bible.
Like what? Like who? Like what? Other than Muhammad?
I think Ad and Hud.
Hud and Ad?
Yeah, Ad and Hud.
Give me those. Yeah, give me those names. Yeah, you got a problem, right? You got to just read the names in English. So if you read the names in English, if you translate it from Arabic, then they're going to be in the Bible. You can't have a prophet that's not from the Bible. Let me ask you another question, right? You say you're an Abrahamic religion, right? You believe in Abraham.
Yeah, but I mean,
how do you know what Abraham taught?
Because it's Abraham's the one of the pioneers
how do you know?
In the religion. I mean,
how do you
the Kaaba?
Yeah, how do you know? How do you know what Abraham wrote?
Well, if you read the surah in the Holy Quran called Ibrahim, that talks about him.
It talks about him. Do you have any writings from him, or you just have people who talked about him?
Yeah, you have what he taught. I mean, there's not a lot of
give me hold on, go to the Quran, go to the Surah of Ibrahim, and give me something that Ibrahim taught himself. Give me a quote from Ibrahim. Go ahead.
All the prophets taught Islam. So
how do you know all the prophets taught Islam?
Because if you look in Surah, what is it? I think
you keep going to the same thing. Do you have anything from the actual prophets? You going to another prophet to tell me about the former prophets. You going to a book by Muhammad to tell me about the former prophets. Do you have anything from those prophets, or no? You just have it from Muhammad.
Well, no, it's all compiled in the Holy Quran.
Okay, give me a quote from someone else in the Quran, not from Muhammad. I thought the whole Quran revealed to Muhammad or not? Was part of the Quran revealed to Adam?
It was revealed to Muhammad.
So it's all the writings. Yeah, so it's all the right. Okay, so the writings are from someone else. Give me an example. Go to the Quran. Give me a verse that's from somebody other than Muhammad.
Well, Surah 99, 111.
99, cool. Let's see what it says.
I think it's 90 or 99, 111.
99, 111.
Hold up. Look.
Let's see. He later said, I am leaving in obedience to my Lord. He will guide me. Abraham said, this is still someone saying what Abraham said. It's not Abraham talking. That makes sense? I.e., when I read from the book of Isaiah, it's the book of Isaiah. It's not someone, so like Christ. This is like Christ when he quotes Isaiah. Christ quotes Isaiah at certain times. He says, well, did the prophet Isaiah prophesy of you? And then he quotes Isaiah. But we also have the book of Isaiah where we can see what Isaiah himself said. That makes sense?
Yeah, but here's the problem with that, Nazarene.
Okay.
When your ancestors are from Africa, right?
Probably.
All right. Now the Bible, it comes from Europe. The Vatican's in Europe.
This is you're not. No. Okay. One, we could go and talk about the history. Definitely, the Bible doesn't come from Europe. All right.
Yeah, but your people can't validate the Bible. You're reading a book
here's the thing, right?
Not only another
the history,
but from your enemies.
First of all, are you black?
Yeah.
You're reading a book. Picture? Okay. What was the? And I don't even want to. This is off the topic, but just for you, I'll do this. What was the longest slave trade in the history of the world?
The slave trade here in America?
Which one lasted the longest? Just Google it. Google really quick before you answer.
Here in America.
No.
Here. It's the
No,
white man putting
the
our ancestors
trans-
in slavery here in
The
America.
sub-Saharan slave trade lasted much longer than the transatlantic. It started before, it ended after. What was the last country on the face of the earth to outlaw?
Okay, but
Hold on, let me
but
finish.
you
Let
can-
me finish. What was the last country on the face of the earth to outlaw slavery?
America here.
No, Mauritania. Do you know Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is the home of what two holy cities?
Mecca and Medina.
Mecca and Medina. What year do you think Saudi Arabia outlawed slavery?
They never had slavery.
They did. Saudi Arabia did not outlaw slavery until 1963. We in America had a civil rights bill before Saudi Arabia outlawed slavery. Don't come here talking to me about my enemies. You serve hold on, let me just finish this, right? In order to read your holy book, you have to read the language of your enemies. You have to learn the language of your enemies to even read your holy book. Why are you talking to me? You literally have to learn your colonizer's language to even read your holy book. I have my beautiful Ethiopian brothers and sisters. They have their holy book, one of the oldest ones in the world, in their language. In their ancient language and in their modern language. You can't even read your holy book without reading your colonizer's language. Do you know what the Arab slave trade did to us? What the Islamic slave trade did to us? Do you know that they castrated us so we couldn't even have children? They tried to erase us off the face of the earth. They took slaves and they castrated them. They said you can no longer even reproduce. This is why you can go to Islamic countries that had thousands and thousands, millions of slaves, and you won't see a singular black person for the most part, very little amounts, because they castrated them so they couldn't have children. Why are you talking about my enemies? Your holiest site.
So,
hold on, let me finish. Let me just finish and I'll let you go. The country with your holiest sites. The country with your holiest sites would have put your ass in chains in 1963. What are you talking about? You would have went to Hajj and end up a slave. What are you talking about? Your enemies. What's wrong with you? Do you study anything other than what y'all master tell you?
Okay, so Nazarene, if what you're saying is true, in America, when they ended slavery, they had passed a law called Emancipation Proclamation. In the Middle East, if they had slavery, what law did they pass to
I'll show you. This is something cool about the Middle East. You know, the cool thing about America is, like you said, they have to pass laws. In Saudi Arabia, it's no past laws. The king makes a decree and it's over, but I'll give you the name of the decree. Give me 1 second. I'll give it to you if you want. That'll help you out. All right, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because I've never heard of any plantations where Negroes was picking cotton in the Middle East. All right. And how you grow cotton? Here you go. No, you ain't got to pick cotton. They just make you take care of their harems. They make you dig their ditches. They make you build their roads. This is what they do. This is what they do. And you believe that?
Yeah, all you have to do is Google it, man. Just right now, get off the phone, Google, when did Saudi Arabia end slavery? In June 1962, the king issued a decree prohibiting the sale and purchase of humans. This did not abolish slavery itself, as was evident when the king's son, Prince Ali, stated in August 1962 that he had decided to free his 32 slaves and 50 concubines. In November 1962, Faisal of Saudi Arabia, who personally himself did not own slaves, finally prohibited the owning of slaves in Saudi Arabia. Faisal, who was the king of Saudi Arabia in 1962, finally outlawed slavery in 1962.
Okay, let me prove to you that that's a goddamn lie.
What?
All right. No, let me prove it. That was 1962, right?
Yeah.
Well, in 1960, Malcolm X went to Saudi Arabia.
No, Malcolm
X was treated like a king and given millions of dollars.
Here you go. Do you see how wrong you are?
Before that,
let's keep looking. No. This is I already had it pulled up. When did Malcolm X go to Saudi Arabia? What year does that say?
1964.
1964. When did they end slavery?
1962.
So he went how many years after they ended slavery?
Hold on. Malcolm X went to Middle East, went to Mecca how many times?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, don't run. Don't run. Malcolm X. When was Malcolm X's first trip to the Middle East?
Let's just finish this up. Let's just finish this up one more time, okay? Let's just finish this up.
Wait, bro. Let me respond.
Let's just
when
finish
was
it.
Malcolm X's first trip to the Middle East?
Show me a source.
1952.
Show me a
he
source.
Went with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
My man,
when did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad go to the Middle East?
Hold on. Wait, calm down. I didn't say the Middle East. I specifically said Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
Show me.
Malcolm went.
My man, put it up on the screen. When Malcolm X ever went to Saudi Arabia before 1964, show it to me.
He went with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in
Show me. You're lying. I'm looking at it now. I'm reading it. I've studied Malcolm X. Show me. What you're referring to in 1960 is they went to Egypt, not Saudi Arabia. They went to Egypt in 1960. Malcolm X didn't even adopt the teachings of the Nation of Islam until 1952. So how would he go?
Bernard Kushmir's book.
My man, just put it on the screen. But I want to point this out to people. Malcolm X did not even start following the teachings of the Nation of Islam until 1952. How would he go anywhere with Elijah Muhammad in 1950?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad went to the Middle East long before Malcolm X was in the Nation of Islam.
You keep yelling Middle East, my man's. You keep yelling Middle East. Just put it on the screen. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia in particular. Put it, my man. I'm gonna drop you if you don't do this. Now I'm asking you for proof. You won't give me proof, I'm gonna drop you. Just give me the proof. Put it on the screen.
You want me to get Bernard Kushmir's book?
I want you to just screen. Yeah, get a screenshot of it. Just get a screenshot of it and bring it to me.
I don't think it's on the internet. I don't think there's a PDF.
God bless, man. Watch your head. Watch your head, man. Watch your head. Judaism is a false religion. It's of the Antichrist. You dare me to mock Judaism? Judaism is a false religion. It's of the Antichrist, just like Islam. It's no different. It's the same thing. You're both Antichrist. Anything else? What are you talking about? You think I'm afraid of something? Hell wrong with you? Remilio, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Good evening.
Bless, man. You're Muslim?
Yes, I am.
All right. Does Islam believe in the prophets?
Yes, we do believe in the prophets because it is one of the pillars of Islam and because we are ordered to believe in the prophets in the Quran.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically, chapter 2, verse 136.
Problem. How many? Okay, so do you believe in, let's say, Isaiah, for example? You believe in Prophet Isaiah?
Isaiah.
Yeah.
What's his name in Arabic?
Let me see if I can find it. Does anybody know in the comments what is Isaiah's name in Arabic? I don't know. Let me pull it up for you, though.
Well, if I may I read a verse for you?
No. I don't need you to read a verse. I just want to see if you believe in Isaiah.
So, Islam tells us to believe in all the prophets. Yes, we do have about 25 prophets mentioned by name. And Islam mentions that, God or Allah has sent more than 120,000 prophets. Mm-hmm. So not every single prophet we know everything about. But at the end of the day, I've heard some of your questions that you've asked the others, the other guests. Mm-hmm. And what I figured out from it, that you're trying to ask them, what do we know about the prophets? Yeah. I will give it to you that we don't know what kind of food they had, what did they wear, what is their daily routine. And their...
How do you even know what they taught?
We know what they taught because, as I mentioned, they're all, according to my belief at least, they're all Muslims. Yeah. So they all taught things.
Point remains, right? Hold on. I just want to make a point here, right? But how do you know this, right? So the answer is the only way you know is from Muhammad, right? It's the only way you know.
It is from the Quran, yes.
Yeah. So the only way you know is from Muhammad. You don't believe in any writings from any other prophets. So we have all these writings. Hold on. Just let me finish here. I just want you to understand the logic. We have all these writings, books, big books of writings from other prophets. Yet you don't believe in any of those writings. You only believe in the writings of one man over the writings of all the prophets that we have. Does that make sense to you?
Just because we have writings, that doesn't make them necessarily true.
So I just want to point this out to you, right? You would rather believe that the writings from every single other prophet is wrong. Every single other prophet's writing is wrong, and this one prophet's writing is right, but yet you believe in all these prophets. Does that make sense to you?
That is not the claim I am making, that it could be understood this way. Correct. But At the end of the day, according to me as a Muslim,
Yeah.
we don't. They are sent. Each of every prophet were sent to a specific nation. They were not sent to us. You know, they were not sent to all mankind. We believe that every single prophet was sent to a specific group, a specific nation, a specific society, where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was sent to all mankind. So, do I need to know the smallest details
No,
of
you
what those
don't. My
prophets
point
had
is
thoughts?
you don't know any. You don't know the biggest details. You see what I'm saying?
We know what we know. We know what
All
is
you
mentioned
know,
in
yeah.
the Quran.
All you know is you say they taught one God. That's all you know. You don't know anything else. I'll give you an example of Jesus, for example. Does this make sense? The Jews during the time of Jesus, how many gods did they believe in?
I don't know.
One. They believed in one God. Well, I guess you don't know. You're right. You believe in the Quran. You don't know anything.
The Jews.
Yeah, the Jews. They believe in one God. Why would Christ come
Yeah,
teaching the
yeah.
Jews to believe in one
Correct.
God when they already believed in one God?
He didn't come to teach them to believe in
Okay,
one God.
So what does the Quran say that Jesus came to teach them?
I don't recall.
So you don't know
I
what
don't
Jesus.
memorize the Quran.
Yeah, so you don't know what Jesus taught at all. But you say you believe in him, but you don't know what he taught. Because you say it wasn't one
Because
God.
I don't need to know. He was sent to the Jews, not to mankind.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, so how do you know you believe in him? What if he taught? What if he taught to sacrifice human? You know, like how do you say you believe in someone you have no idea what they taught? Does that make sense?
Yes, because you're making a long list of requirements.
I'm making a
that
singular
I
one.
must.
No, only one requirement. I'm asking you, how do you say you believe in someone and you have no idea at all what they taught?
Because my conditions to believe in them are different to yours. Apparently, you have a lot of conditions
No,
to
I
believe
have
in the
one.
prophets.
I just need to know what they taught, right?
No,
That's not a lot.
that's not mine.
Okay, so
that's not mine.
So you can believe in something that you don't even know what it teaches.
I believe in them, yes, if the Qurans mention them.
Okay,
not
so if
necessarily
the Quran,
by name.
Okay, no problem. If the Quran doesn't mention them, you don't believe in them.
Not by name again.
How many
because
prophets? How many prophets are mentioned by name? How many prophets are mentioned by name in the Quran? I got a phone call. How many prophets are mentioned by name in the Quran?
About 20 to 25.
20. You believe in 20 to 25 prophets, but you don't know what majority of them taught. You just believe in them.
I don't see the Quran, according to me, is the word of God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in your opinion, but it is mine.
Yeah.
It is the highest authority. If God mentions them, why else? Why do I need to question
more? My question is, what do you believe? Yeah, what do you believe in? You see, you get my point. You don't. I
believe that they existed.
You believe they existed,
and that they followed they followed the command of their creator. This is all I need.
All right.
The rest.
God bless, man. Watch your head. I get it. You can believe in something. You can believe in someone. You don't got to know what they taught. You can just I believe. What's your name, boss?
Hello there.
How are you?
Muslim, boss.
All right. What's your name? What happened today? I ain't doing anything. All right, YouTube. Well, we got taken down on TikTok. I don't really know why. I didn't do anything. I don't think. If you was listening, if you let me know if I said something crazy, I don't think I said anything. But oh, we got a couple people here. How do you talk to you, Jose? I can send you a link if you want to speak. Hold on. Are you still here, Jose? Comment if you're still here. I don't know if you're still here, Jose. I'll send you a link. As a matter of fact, I'll drop the link anyway. If anybody really quick wants to come up from if anybody really quick wants to come up from YouTube while we're waiting, I'll bring you up. All right, let me bring you up, boss. I don't really know what happened on YouTube. Here, you can get request. Clearly, you can come up. If you want. So you can come on up, man, if you want to come up. I sent you the link. The link's right there. Just click on that restream link and I'll let you in. All right, here we go. Got you, boss.
What's up, man? You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you, boss, man. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. And yourself?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's good. What's it
What you got
called? I see your stream, man. I see your stream.
Yeah.
Well, me, I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and say it like out the gecko. Me, man, I'm not like I'm not religious, you know, but I do read those books, you
Okay.
know,
All right.
and your stream right now is do they does Islam believe in other prophets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't like it's like, you know, all those three books from the Abrahamic religion, they all talk about prophets before that came before them, you know.
Yeah.
So like so the Quran, it talks about a lot of prophets that a lot of prophets, you know.
Yeah. It talks about
So
them. Does it say what they teach?
yeah, like, you want me to explain one?
Give me an example. Yeah.
Like Prophet Lot, like
Yeah.
Prophet Lot,
What did he teach?
he came and taught us not to be he came and taught the children of Adam not to be homosexuals.
That's in the
That's
Quran.
yeah, that's
What
why
surah?
his
What
that's why
surah in the
his
Quran? What surah is that in the Quran that says that about Lot? Luke.
I'm not a Muslim, so I don't remember all like the way they do, but it's in there.
I don't think so.
Look up look up what Prophet Lot's people were doing while they
Yeah.
got destroyed.
What they were doing is one thing. I asked what did he teach?
He came to tell them that it was wrong.
Show me in the Quran where he came and said it was wrong. That's my question.
Look, it's in the Prophet. Just look up Prophet Lot's what is it
I'm
like
looking it up. I don't see it's not saying it, right? Even if just the AI overview says Lot taught morality and obedience.
Yeah, to be obedient to God.
Warning against immorality. It doesn't specifically say, anything else.
Immoral.
So my point is that
what are morals? Do you know what morals are?
Yeah, I'm asking according to the Quran, right? So I just need to see what the Quran teaches about Lot. The problem is the Quran gives very little details about. I know a lot about Lot's life. Oh shoot.
Yeah. Do you know what happened when the two angels went to his city?
Yeah, of course, but that's not in the Quran.
They wanted to
That's my point. My point is, Jose, is that what you're referring to now is not in the Quran.
Look it up. Lot asked him, like, do you guys really lust over men?
Jose, listen to what I'm saying. That's not in the Quran. It's not. I know for certain it's not in the Quran. That whole story is not in the Quran.
Hey, what's it called? It's in there, man. I read it in there.
Okay, hold on. Let's read it. Let's find the exact story of Lot in the Quran, and let's go read it.
Well, it's a bunch of phrases, so it's separated out throughout the Quran so far. But look at what he tells them. He asks his people, like, are you already being lustful over men? And
I would need you to just see. You're making a lot of claims, and I would just need you to prove it with the Quran.
It's like, bro. It's like if I go to Whataburger and I say the number 2 is good. That's a claim, but there's evidence. You know, it's there. You can go and order it yourself.
Listen to what I'm saying. I just need you to prove it to me with the Quran. So you're making a lot of claims that the Quran says. Where does it say it at? Where is it?
I'm gonna show you.
Thank you.
I hope it don't kick me out, man, because
they don't kick you out. You'll be fine.
I'm on my phone.
You're fine.
Let me see. No, I don't think it's gonna work, man. But look it up. Look it up.
Just go. If you go off your phone and you get me the verse, and then come back and tell me the verse. This is the only verse right now I have about Lot. I'll read you what the Quran, what I can find that the Quran says about Lot. I'll read it to you. It's not much. That's the point, right? It's never much. It's always just a little bit. It's never a whole lot, right? That the Bible tells me about Lot. It's never a whole lot. It's always just a little bit. All right. It says, and the Lord is certainly the Almighty, the most merciful. The people of Lot rejected the messengers when their brother Lot said to them, will you not fear Allah? I am indeed a trustworthy messenger to you, so fear Allah and obey me. I did not ask you for war in this mission. My reward is only from the Lord of all worlds. Why do you men lust after fellow men, leaving the wives that the Lord has created for you? In fact, you transgress people.
Okay,
They
so
threatened you if you do not
that's what he
desist.
came to teach.
You say
Not to
what
do
now?
that. That's what he came to teach is not to do that.
So Lot came to teach, don't have sex with men.
I wish he came during this time.
But he's already came, right? Where is
Yeah.
this story? You said the Quran tells you about 2 angels that came and visited Lot. Where is this story in the Quran?
I wish I knew the names, but it's when he look it up yourself, and it's when they're walking through the Lot City.
They're walking through
And
what?
they're walking through Lot City. Put like, why do the angels tell Lot not to be afraid
Okay, let's see.
in the Quran? Hey, but I also want to talk about Jesus right now.
All right, what you want to say about Jesus?
Like, first I want to ask you, do you know where he was born? Are you Christian?
Yeah, Jesus was born in Bethlehem.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you know what part of the land that's on?
Part of what land that's on?
Do you know what Bethlehem?
Bethlehem is in Israel.
Oh, do you know what makes somebody an Israelite?
You born from the prophet of Jacob, or you believe in the teachings of Abraham, Moses, and all the prophets, the true prophets. Either one of those 2 things.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask. So if in a Christian context, it's people who believe in Messiah. In a physical context, it's people
Hold
who.
on, man. If you look it up, you know what side you're doing right way back there donde nos fuimos watch. Hasta atrás, hasta atrás. Esta pared hasta atrás. Pero está negro. Sí, ahí. Ese pedazo que no se hizo watch, ahí nomás.
Nomás ahí la
Yeah.
pero sí se chile la vecina la ve. Nomás que no se cayó, yo creo, va. Porque pues, de hecho que esto primero que.
No.
Porque,
Let me see. ¿Cuál era? No me acuerdo.
porque tan chiquito es y.
Déjeme checar ahorita, le digo. It's all the time, Bessie. Did you check or no?
Check what?
Sí. O con un cepillo, man. También se puede ser. Sorry, man. It's not my work, and I had a buddy of mine walk in right now.
Yeah, you fine. You said that I check what?
What was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah. Check why was Lot scared when he was walking with the angels through the city?
Yeah, I typed it in. I didn't see anything.
I don't know why, man. You're on Google?
Yeah, I'm on Google. Typed in.
But
why did the angels tell Lot not to be afraid? Quran.
Yeah, put that in the
I
Quran.
put it. Nothing. It didn't give me a sir.
Nothing.
Hold on.
Nah, no, man. I would have to look it up. I would have to look that one up.
It's okay. Right. Point kind of remains, right? Islam is very vague on the prophets and very vague on what they teach extremely. Right?
No,
If I ask a Muslim, what did Isaiah teach? What would they tell me?
Hey, boss, I'm not a Muslim, so I don't know what
would you tell me? What did Isaiah teach according to the Quran?
I mean, I'm not too sure.
Yeah. What did Jeremiah teach according to the Quran? What did Daniel teach according to the Quran? What did Abraham teach according to the Quran?
I would have to look it up. But Abraham, I know, so this his religions. Abraham taught us that like you and me and everybody, that we're only supposed to worship one God, because it is the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity.
I wouldn't say it's Abrahamic at all. That's kind of the point, right? Abraham descends on down. We have the prophet Moses. Moses tells us that you cannot commit adultery for any reason. Muhammad comes and he tells us you can commit adultery. Hold on. Muhammad comes and he tells us you can commit adultery as long as it's someone that you won in war. This isn't the same teachings. Abraham in the Bible sees 2 Yahwehs. One Yahweh rain down fire from another Yahweh in heaven. 2 different Yahwehs in the Bible, right? Yet Muhammad would say this is horrible. Abraham a prophet of Abraham named Solomon. You would call him a prophet. Or I'm not saying you. Islam will call him a prophet.
Cool.
He said that God has a son. What Solomon? What is his name and what is his son's name? Says he has a son. The prophet Isaiah says that the Messiah will come and he will be pierced, he will die, and he'll be raised from the dead. Islam doesn't believe this. The things that the prophets of Abraham teach, Islam doesn't believe. So how can they be Abrahamic?
Yeah, but like you do know that the Quran. Let's you see, bro. The way I read it, I read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It's just a continuation, you know. And
that's not even the right order. You know, that's not the order in which the surahs were revealed, right?
No,
the Quran's not in order.
What I'm telling you, well, it came down. What I was understanding is it came down as the people had questions, you know, and
más o menos. It came down as Muhammad wanted it to, my opinion.
Yeah, that's an opinion, but
true enough. Yeah,
but like the Torah. Do you know why we got the Torah?
Why did who get the Torah?
Moses.
What part of the Torah in particular?
Him. Like, why did God tell him here? Why did God send him the Torah?
Yeah, for because the Israelites come out of Egypt, they didn't know how to serve God, worship God correctly. They had lost their way.
Okay, yeah.
They needed a history.
And those people, where did they come out from?
Egypt.
No. Where they when they got to when they got enslaved, they were enslaved in Egypt. But before they were enslaved in Egypt, they were somewhere. Where were they?
The Israelites, they were in Canaan.
Okay, so these chosen people, God's chosen people, came into Africa.
They were. They what you mean they came into?
Like I said, do you know where Israel is at? The land of Israel.
Yeah, I know where Israel is. Yeah, but so if you're referring specifically to the children of Israel, they were born in Canaan. So Abraham left Europe of the.
So those Jews.
I just want to finish.
Jews, when they were
Abraham left Europe of the Chaldeans, and he went to Canaan, and that's where he had his children. So the Israelites were from Canaan. They're from there originally. That's where the nation was born.
They're not.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not saying they're not. When Moses and them fled, when the Israelites had fled Israel, right? And they went into Egypt and they were enslaved in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the chosen people came into Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have two different people, right? You have what you would call there you would have your Africans and then you would have your Israelites, right?
I wouldn't say Africans. I would just say Egyptians. Africans is
whatever
a
you want to
different
call
word.
it. You have
they were Egyptians.
You have these people from the Arabian Peninsula that came south into the African continent.
Canaan, right? Canaan is you're kind of mistaken here. Canaan is in Africa. So Israel is not on the Arabian tectonic plate. Israel is on the African tectonic plate. Canaan is Israel. It's on the African tectonic plate.
Do you know?
So to say that Israel is Arabic, that's not true. So it's not on the Arabic continental plate at all. It's on the African continental plate.
I said it was on the Arabian Peninsula.
It's not on the Arabian Peninsula.
What do you mean? Do you know where it's on?
Yeah, it's in the Levant, and it's actually Africa.
Okay,
Israel, the land of Canaan in particular. I would almost not even consider the Levant, but the Levant is not the Arabian Peninsula. It's not the same thing.
Look at
the Arabian Peninsula ends at the end of Saudi Arabia.
If you're coming into the middle into Palestine, right? What we originally knew as Palestine, right?
Who originally knew it as Palestine?
Everybody before 1947.
Who? Yeah, what you talking about originally though? You can say before 1947 is one thing. That may be true.
Okay, so like
you can't say originally. What you mean originally?
Right.
When did it start being called Palestine?
When I believe the Romans labeled it.
Yeah, Palestine. The Romans renamed it Palestine. So you can't say originally. Just say from the time of the Romans. You can't say like originally, right? It doesn't make any sense. Even is the word Palestine mentioned in the Quran once? I'm not even in the pro-Palestinian Israel debate, but is the word Palestine even in the Quran once? So who does it say that land belongs to? Even in the Quran, it says the land belongs to who?
No, it's because you're misunderstanding that. You know.
That's fine. My point is, what word does it use? Does it use Palestine or does it use B'nai in Israel?
I'm not too sure. I haven't read that.
It doesn't. It doesn't use the word Palestine is not in the Quran once. So if everyone except for the God of the Quran knew it as Palestine, the God of the Quran didn't know it as Palestine. He didn't call it Palestine. He called it the land of B'nai Israel. So that's not a good argument. But what are you trying to make? Are you just trying to argue Israel and Palestine?
No, if you would stop like trying to get loud and ahead of yourself, I'll be able to explain myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, you know, what was it? Jacob and Isaac, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
All right, you back. What were you saying?
Yeah,
Jacob
man, I gotta
yeah.
go do something. I gotta go check something out real quick here at work. I'm gonna have to get back on you,
All right.
back at this, But
All
like,
right,
you
feel
can hear
free.
me.
I can hear you.
What's it called? The people stayed the same, even though they were named different labels by their conquerors, But the same people have been on that land for like ever,
That's not true. Even if you know, that's why you have to study the same history. You know the history of the
They're
Romans.
still
What did
fighting they're still fighting to this day.
in 135 the Bar Carver revolts. What did
Till
the
this
what did
day.
the in 135 the
Till
Bar
this
Carver in 135 the Bar Carver revolts? What did Israel do? Yeah, you don't know any history. He came up to argue Palestine and Israel for some reason. I care. I don't care. Palestine, Israel, let Beelzebub cast out Beelzebub. Just stop unaliving the kids. That's all I ask of everyone. Please leave the kids and the women alone. It's two disgusting nations. Shakir, what you got going on, man? How you doing? Shakir, you there? You're not there. All right. Who does it say the land? He says he put B'nai Israel in the land, meaning it's the land of who? Yeah, you're right. B'nai Israel refers to a people, but it says that he put B'nai Israel into the land. And I'm not even here to argue for Israel. I'm not a pro-Israel guy, but don't lie. Just tell the truth. If you want to say the Palestinians been there for a long time, they deserve to be there, and they shouldn't be unalive, that's perfectly fine. I actually agree with you. I had no problem with this. But trying to make up false narratives doesn't help your claim. It hurts your claim. It doesn't help you out. Not gonna make it any better for you. It makes it worse for you. It's not helping you out any, guys. Making false claims. Anybody else want to come up while I'm here? I want 4 people here. I'm probably gonna end. I got a 7-day on TikTok. I don't know how I'm gonna go about this now. Maybe I tried on a different TikTok account. I don't know. Maybe I just wait 7 days. I take 7 days off. Maybe we do some other things on YouTube or whatever. I don't know. But if no one else wants to come up, I will end it, and we will be back. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. You might not see me until next Wednesday, man. All right, but we'll see. Well, it should be before next Wednesday. No, it'll be next Wednesday, yeah, because it's a 7 day, it's a full 7 day, man. So it'll be next Wednesday. All right, going once.